Full night wine. Now we'll drop ya. Nchelia, ili, dinelo wa na.
Because the second wife with have you ever lost yourself trying to love somebody? This is the best is also for wonders.
Can you help me to pick up my custody? Cause I wanna be worthy, but ain't.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time stopping by, hi, my name is Gus Eze. I create a lot of content around beauty, self-care and self-development. So if that is something that interests you, then you need to subscribe to my channel, because trust me, you are going to love it here. So guys, today's video is going to be in Igbo. Like English and Igbo. So this is my friend Chinelo. Chinelo and I go way back in school. So Chinelo and I are going to be doing this video together, and we'll be talking about a lot of things, but in Igbo. So first of all, I want to say that I got these questions from ChatGPT, and questions that I personally know and feel like people are going to find interest in. Okay, so the first question is,
Okay, how we met. I can't really remember Kaisimiti, you know. So, but all I know is that I'm meeting course in our school, you know, during the university days. She was really calm and very, very collected. So that's one thing that attracted me to her, and ever since then, like, we've been the Obo has been going.
Okay, Chinelo, I have been getting you for like more than 10 years. For me, I am attracted to Chinelo, but Chinelo is a very straightforward person. Chinelo say na something but white, just maroon na that thing of white. Where any way around it. So the second question says, what is the biggest red flag you have ignored in a man and later regretted it?
The biggest red flag, like iye bu akwa mmemme mfugo na nwoke nnefela anya se na nwere ihe dị ebe a oyiye aga manage, you know. Bu number one, bu nwoke dị nonchalant. To me personally, I felt like, oh ihe onye na emere matter, but you know, the more I stayed, I realized that enwere ihe ka nwoke dị intentional about you. Then the second one, bu somebody may keep Malice, like obelo like this. Oh, the Malice thing. Oh, you're in a trend right now.
We are at the right time.
Oh, yeah, at the perfect time, you know. So, you know, I've been with a guy that keep Malice. But me personally, I brought more in a soap. So onya anese godo ku na ebiru mu nga na agwago. Iwachi mu nkiti mbia na agwago. Yeah, I just feel that personally that ogi kike ga we imagine ni na ebusa miru mbia na agwago ku na agwage mbia. Nye you know, like na emekwa normal things. Yamado gi ebido kwa mu. But you know, I neglected that, but the truth is that at a time it started eating deep into me. Okay,
if we hear Malice, I can't check out for that. Even I can call him. Oh, okay, when I Chinelo, that's good. So when I Chinelo, I say low, I balance back. You understand? Yeah, I Barcelona, I say no now. Chinelo, where from that school? I try the exam. Or you are class, sim, Kosi, but do my mama. I'm going money, I so. Mama can do it. Oh, where was like Jonas and before about to Pamoine keep to my Malice. And make keep to my yes, she show high. So, but after Kabuta Chinelo Bicha, like with our friends, with my other friends, they were very free. Before no, who had one serious like that. You get the head. We had get a mad in conversation. We have na next go diluno. We no kata, you know. Good communication cannot solve. Do you understand?
Yeah, exactly.
So for me, red flagging is no go in a man. I regret because that nonchalant attitude. You understand? In a feeling, no, na onya just not like that. But I feel like onya gonna love ogi. I gonna nonchalant attitude. You gonna nonchalant very well. The third question say, what is something Nigerian men do that gives you an ick? Yeah, Nigerian men like.
Oh my goodness. I just feel that one thing that iking is all those male, is it, if that's the right word actually, you know, all those male supremacy that you can, there are some things, I don't have any issue with somebody named male supremacy, but in a male supremacy to a woman, you know, like, a chori help your wife at home. Na makani buoke, some things, you know, all those things. Like marriage is much more than two people coming together. It's partnership. Sometimes in Filona, Nigeria not enemy. Like your enemy, your wife is not your enemy. So even if you are doing the whole male supremacy, at least still have that little human sympathy, even if maybe as a fonya ka nwunye gi, but at least for ya ka mmadu ịghọta.
Okay, for me, Nigerian men na-eme na-ewe m iwe sometimes bụ slut shame wine. Like ụmụ nwoke na-achọ nwaanyị dị successful, mana ha achọrọ ka, like achọrọ ịfụ nwaanyị dị successful but to an extent. You understand? Success is given when you meet. So when you see this successful can why as slut shame basically. Like I believe you know why you are bound, but to the point some men shall not all men.
Yeah.
Some men I believe now why you are bound, but to the point na ye go uno diego na ye me wonka ye me fasino okay. I feel you know okay
okay.
All doing sin okay, yeah, doing sin why. You gotta forgive with cheating.
Personally, I don't really know how to react because maybe I did been married before, you get. But can you naiko? Eje go mbe him okay before.
I'm not going to
go before. Before night wine. Now we'll drop ya. Because I knew the guy was cheating, but you know, my dear, he himself. My own is that as long as they are on my view, in a relationship, I'm not marriage, but cheating is something very painful.
For more, it will make you forgive you. As long as I borrow something in a regular, it will make you forgive you. Because I am a human being, no way and I make a mistake. The next question is: would you marry from a different tribe?
No.
Don't like it, women. I like it. In fact, you still don't like it, Anambra men in particular. She don't like it.
I am an Anambra girl, so what do you
particular, my Igbo men or for Chinelo.
Okay, personally, Obrokwan Nande tribalistic per se, but it's I'm Anambra. Anambra, Ntona Anambra. All my siblings na Ndina Anambra. So it's been Indigo used, and not even because of that too. Anambra si enekwato nwunye fanya. For example, kitampam onempam sinete mama anya ehota. Ade eme 50-50. Hana
know in their masculine nature.
That doesn't mean that there are no Odogus in other tribes. That doesn't mean, but I want to marry someone I share that same view with. We understand ourselves because nice you forever and everything.
Like ndi Igbo na-eme nwaanyị bụrụ nwaanyị, nwoke bụrụ nwoke.
Exactly.
Most of them shall bụlọkwa fanye nwekwa ndị Igbo na-emecha somehow. Mana ndị Igbo men na-eme nwaanyị bụrụ nwaanyị dị soft na-eme nwoke bụrụ nwoke na-agba mbọ na you understand. Okay, for more, man from other tribe apart from Yoruba.
Yoruba, you like even the Yoruba.
I can't remember before. I can't remember again. When Yoruba, I tried to go Yoruba before. Cha. Then the next question, what do you think about Igbo men who pretend to not know how to speak Igbo outside?
Igbo men.
Igbo women, sorry.
Okay, because I'm not
Igbo men. Yes,
Igbo Igbo fugebo but I ask again na asukwu Igbo. So Igbo that thing. The truth is that I just feel that it's inferiority complex. Now, you feel that your language is inferior. Or makani feeling na asusu na asu the inferior. Onya made you proud of it. Onya made you decide ya. No nke ndi bekee weteke ya na asu. Ebe efomu ebe obuna mfumu nna asu di Igbo nye onye Hausa so Igbo nye onye Yoruba so ebe obuna na asu asu na asu ahu ha, you understand. But that doesn't mean that I don't know how to speak English, you understand. Exactly. I don't really like it when I see Igbo girls that pretend like, oh, I don't know how to speak Igbo, oh, she's so local, she's so, I just feel it's inferiority complex because if you are full in yourself and what are there anything intimidating about your
proud
tribe?
Of it. No, I just feel like something just did wrong with you naturally. Oburuna Igbo nwanyi Igbo ịpụta ị na pretend ka ọ enwere settings ya no ime asụ Igbo ya package oge so your normal English. Ihe ọzọ isu Igbo na-emekwa bụ inwe ike ịnọ like mụ na Chinelo now. I na-akpa nkata I nwere ike ịnọ in a place. Chinelo bịa sị m sụọ akwa asụsụ anyị ka ndị anyị na final.
Exactly.
You understand? Unu nọ in an environment bụ na adị asụ Igbo ebe a and unu chọọ communicate. Unu communicate ya ọfụma. So I feel like many reasons why as an Igbo girl ihe na ija pretend na ịmachala asụ Igbo. Can you be a second wife?
Can I be a second wife? You know, one thing about life is that life is very dicey. Oh, I can't do it. So personally, I don't want to be a second wife. Yes, but even if I have to be, but personally, I don't want to be a second wife.
I do want it because I get to be a second wife with me and manage.
So
you know, how can manage first wife? You know, yeah, na manage na build. It was second one it na manage.
Okay, manage second wife next life.
I'm sure I'm a very jealous person. I'm sure I'm a second wife. Do you think marriage is difficult nowadays?
Yes. Yes.
We had this conversation yesterday.
Yes. Okay, marriage is actually a beautiful thing. But right now, the society, the too woke. Nwoke, achorozi bụ nwoke. Why achokuze bụ nwaanyị, you know, ọ dịka mmadụ niile ana drag enye ọbụla bụzi eze onwe ya. And you know, my mom used to tell me something, two captains cannot handle a ship. It is not possible. And even in every relationship, obugodu friendship amụ na Cynthia na-eme or nke ihe ọbụla mmadụ na-eme enye nwelele onye na-aka amụrụ ibi ada nke ọ ya lesa enwe time o yiri ọ bụrụ m na aka amụrụ Cynthia enwe time o yiri ọ bụrụ Cynthia ga-aka amụrụ m
ọmụ akacha aka amụrụ.
So, you know, I just feel like why it's so difficult right now is that everybody is too woke. The fool. But the truth is that someone has to play the fool. And sometimes sometimes they come go down. Then the way society is supposed to handle it,
opinion. Man no go relationship before. I know you relationship advice.
TikTok, Instagram, was advising.
Last I go the ajijusha. Because when I am bankata yesterday, marriage now is very difficult, and sometimes when they make people are not also your marriage. Always people now baby mama cousin come. Fasigi no come man I just no banwa. Iha rubbish because I bundi Igbo. Do you understand? I believe I just one as one. I believe na usoro. Ndị Igbo na believe in usoro. Onwe ihe kwesị isi wee je. You understand? So like she said, social media, so much of wokeness, the enemy. I think a marriage are difficult. Have you ever lost yourself trying to love somebody? Mama, don't worry. I'm gonna go with the story. I'm gonna go with the story.
So, you know, I'm not here to tell stories, but the truth is that love is a lot of work. Just like marriage is also a lot of work. Okacha, they had self loving somebody that is not even ready to give into the loving. You understand?
That is not ready to be loved.
Yes, that is not ready to be loved. But yes, I have lost myself once trying to love. But oh yeah, MSM.
At all. Yes, I have lost myself.
I'm actually make contest. I'm love the name. I'm at the many percentage. Man, guess into the 100.
You see the mecham mala. I never love. I have for sign. Wonders. My signs also.
Signs and wonders also.
It's like for wonders. The next question is, what is your favorite Igbo food?
Ade akon offense sala and ninja solo for my.
No, my favorite Igbo food bokwa. What are your big three in a man? Can you have your big three in a man?
The 3 P's: provide, profess, and protect.
Yeah.
Yes. So
provide,
profess, and protect. Now, but that's the thing self men are for. Because when a man loves you, he provides. Number one for his provision. Also, the give provide. Professing now, not only that you are only introducing me, but be very intentional about me. Challenge for me, like challenge. In fact, if you see me squeeze my face, be worried to know why my face is squeezed. Look at my face. You understand? Because this face is too pretty.
For me, my big three is kindness, provision, and if I was the kindness, provision, and God fearing. What do you love most about Igbo men?
Igbo men. What
is there not to love?
What is there not
to love? That should be the question. What is there not to love?
Number one is that their provider mindset, their hustling spirit, they are not giving up. Like, you know, they are resilient. They are they have a lot. Especially
because Igbo men I feel with their ability to provide.
Yes.
Do you understand? So I actually drag that respect with anybody. Actually drag it with wine. So onya me had that resilient spirit. And I like, you know, in their full masculine nature.
Yeah.
What part of Igbo culture do you hate the most?
Part of Igbo culture that I hate the most is the fact that they suppress women a lot, especially when it comes to asena di mmadụ asachata ozu mmiri ozu nye nwanyị ọṅụọ ma nke bụ ịnọdụ, you know, all those old culture
when they can make that thing
when they are because otu ifuru ụzọ nwere places na
belozo
nka nwanyị na isi ma ọ dịrọ necessary di ahụ inflict na more suffering on the lady. Oburo nya gbudi a obugodu no nya gbudi asef choni anya jenga, let the law handle it.
For me, the Igbo culture hate the most about, like you said, Hannah suppressing why is like is misogyny. Actually, that's what it's called. Like no boda ina abu moyi in soccer, you understand? Oh, we're part of oboda ebo why cheat obara mana nwoke cheat onwe ihe ga-eme nwoke. The only thing ndi ishi ya geji stroke nwoke with madness bụ nwoke cheat with nwunye onye ọzọ, ọbụkwa nwaanyị nwoke cheat with single girl mana ema cheat with nwunye onye ọzọ. And ihe mekwala eji apọrọ ishi gị maka ni cheat ị na-alụ nwoke ọzọ nwunye ya. So now that nwoke na-abi had more concerned about not ni cheat. So all that misogyny can happen. The next question is, do you believe that Japa is the only way to make it in Nigeria?
No, people are making it big. I sometimes I feel that some people ndị na-ajapa ka m yara ije oyibo sụkwa ebe a ma nke asụ ma nke amara asụ ma nke asụta ndị na-ajapa sometimes abụkwa nnọọ for only greener pastures. Now ndị na-ajakpa most times bụkwanụ some books for security. Onwe ndị ji ego, ndị befa n'obodo ibe anọdụ Nigeria. But jakpa abroad the only way to make it. People are making millions in this country. Like I know people, you know, they make a lot of money. Ego dịkwa here, ego dị all just ka arụ baa gị n'ihe arụ. Ọ bụrụ na ịnwa ihe arụ, inwe ike ọkwa nke m ga-eme.
Share in the comment section.
But you know, people are really making it big, like very big in Nigeria. So jakpa is not the only way.
I believe same too. Jakpa is not the only way.
Yeah.
What do you think about making new friends as an adult?
It's a whole lot of work.
Because you are now self-aware.
Because you are now more self-aware. Then, but it's still a good thing too, because the self-awareness can be two-way thing. No advantage, no disadvantages. The self-awareness will not ye mege. Oburozi imagi he choni he choro. Oburozi onye obuna ki ya accept. Then the second one is that people make is a friends on advantage. Some leeches and like but you know, when you are much younger, people can just make friends because but as an adult, you know, people now is more calculative, more this thing. So it's difficult actually.
So I would also say the same thing. It make a friend as an adult the difficult because before I'm a very open person. I'm trying introducing my friend. There was like that because
our friend.
There was like that because it go more self-aware and all the difficult, like you said. People lose go the concepts of friendship. People amazing. If I open the way friend especially material things, the way your friendship, people they make friendship for aesthetics. You know, you gonna aesthetics in Instagram. Man, all baju doro your aesthetic friend. No, so it's actually difficult making friends the older you get. Would you marry the last person you dated if opportunity arises?
Yes, I think I can marry.
You will marry him?
I can marry anybody dates me before because I be very intentional before dating. I do my just to jump onto it. I take my time. So everybody, in as much as things never worked out, things, you know, end because end there, but there are still good people. You understand? Their flaws is something I feel that we can always work out.
Me, I can date the last person.
You can date. You can marry.
I can marry the last person. I can marry the last person. Him man now. I can marry now. Anyways.
About it. But
so I can marry the last person. What do you think about feminism?
What I think about feminism is that people have changed the meaning of feminism to another thing. In the olden time, you know, so feminism was about including women. But in the generation now, they call about what a man can do. So they changed the meaning of feminism. The real meaning of feminism is for good. It's just to include women. Na-enwetekwa ego nwaanyị lụọ ọrụ ka akwụkwọ ezigbo ụgwọ nwoke na nwaanyị lụọ ofu ọrụ ka akwụ ọnụ fa the same money now, you know, including women. Let women go to school, let women and all that, not decentering men. What a man can do, me I cannot do. In fact, nke mụ nwa na-eme the self actually ike adịrọ themself eme. So that is it.
Can you think about able and overly ambitious woman in Nigeria?
Okay, personally, I'm thinking about nwaanyị na-agbata mbọ, nwaanyị nwe big vision and everything, but most times ị ga-abụ threat. Ụmụ nwoke ya na-afụ gị na onye nke abụrụ ihe ya edebe n'ụlọ, you know, all those things. All the challenging, first of all, as a lady, the overly ambitious na Nigeria. Okay,
for me, the overly ambitious na Nigeria, like she said, some men na fear as a tough word on them. Some men na fear as a challenge. And they feeling na nwaanyị kwesị the like they soft.
Bro, this now why kwesi e play small.
Na why chikona to wegi. Nke bụ na enwe ike ya gbagide mbọ ya digide ha dị na asị gị na agba mbọ ka nwoke, ị na-emezikwa ka nwoke. Onwe ihe dị wrong with the ambitious as a woman. Even no when ko ya bụ okay, onwe nko ya bụ nwaanyị chọọ ego moto. Na church, ajụla ajụjụ na church, and I was like, would the girl just say na o ihe ọjọọ iburu a single girl ịnya nnukwu moto? Like, do you understand? Some people na fata as a single girl, in your moto, no alcohol, a potential husband, a man foodie or a man nudie, or even somebody with a lot of money as a woman in a bao kembo, in nudie a fialo girl. So the whole stereotype about ambitious women is crazy. So guys, thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. I genuinely hope that you enjoyed it and you learned a lot of things. If there are other things that you think or you feel we should have added about Igbo culture, relationship, dating, just concerning the topic that we talked about, you can also do that in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, share this video to your friends, and see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Bye.